And hello and welcome back into the JMK Gamer 1965 channel. Finally, I'm going to try something folksies. Again, those of you who have stayed with me, you know who you are. Thank you again so much. I think I only lost one or two people. I hope to get them back. Tell tell all your friends, hey, the Cocoa Man is back. Even though today I am the Pepsi Man. Anyway, today, new game on the channel, Out of the Park Baseball 25, and I have it set up uh, from the from the dugout view because I'm doing the 1962 New York Mets season. It's an off day for them, so I will change the camera settings, and we're going to do the Baltimore Orioles at the Washington Senators from District of Columbia Stadium, which would later be known as JFK Stadium. Now, I'm going to turn my voice and my face off. Uh, Somehow I think that's going to make it upload better when I go downstairs to upload it to YouTube. I don't know why, and if I'm incorrect about that, please let me know in the comment section down below. So, we'll get to this game in just a moment, Tito, and I'll be back to wrap it up when it's done.
Welcome, baseball fans. Tonight, the Senators will host the Orioles. Baltimore is 7th in the Americal League, with a 3-5 record. Washington has a record of 3-6, putting them 8th in the Americal League. The Senators hope to snap their 6-game losing streak. These teams match up for the first time. Clear skies, the temperature 51 degrees. The winds blowing right to left at 9 miles per hour. We're ready to get started. Jim Hannon is the starting pitcher for Washington. He is 0-1 with a 10.38 ERA. Striking out 3 in 4.1 innings pitched. Jackie Brand steps to the plate. This season he's batting .250. 2-1 the count. The wind-up, the pitch. Brand swings. Popped up, not very high. Out toward short left. Woodling moving in. And he makes the catch. Johnny Temple steps up. The count is 3-1 on Temple. Hannon goes into his wind-up. And here's the pitch. Temple swings. High chopper off the plate. Toward Brinkman. He snags it and fires to Hinton for the out. Jim Gentile comes up to the plate. He's hitting .125. With no home runs and no runs batted in. Hannon to Gentile. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes Gentile. That retires the side. No runs, hits, or errors. And nobody left on base. Milt Pappas gets the call for the Orioles. He's 0-1 with a 4.32 ERA. Against Milt, opponents have an OBP of .297. Jim Pearsall steps in. He's batting .300 this year. With 1 home run and 5 RBI. The count is 0-1. Pappas is ready. Into the wind-up. The pitch. Pearsall swings. Line drive. Out toward short right field. Herzog on the run. And he has it. The batter is Bob Johnson. Pappas winds. And fires the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking on a fastball. Here's Gene Woodling. He's hitting .367 this year. With 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in. 1 to count on the hitter. Here's the wind-up. And the pitch. Swung on. Hit on the ground. To the left side. And into left field it goes. Woodling takes a wide turn at first. But he's bluffing. The batter is Hinton. 0-2 count. From the stretch. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging with a fastball. That's the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on. The batter is Boog Powell. 2 balls and a strike on Powell. From the wind-up. Hannon deals. Swung on. Line drive. Out to shallow left center. It drops in for a hit. The batter is Brooks Robinson. He's hitting .312 this year, with 2 home runs and 5 RBI. The runner at first takes his lead with no one out. Hannon at the belt. The pitch. Robinson swings. Hit up in the air. On the infield. After it O'Connell. And he catches it. Here's Whitey Herzog. He's hitting .280 this campaign, with no home runs and 1 run batted in. The Hannon pitch. Ball 4 to Herzog. Down to second goes Powell. Here's Gus Triandos. Hannon to the plate. Swung on. Line to left. Nobody will get there. And it'll fall for a single. Powell takes third. Herzog takes second. The hitter is Ron Hansen. There's 1 down. 2 to the count. The stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Hansen cut through a changeup out of the strike zone. Jim Hannon racks up his second strikeout. The hitter is Milt Pappas. Hannon rocks and fires. The runners go. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Hannon gets him with a fastball. Hannon registers his third strikeout. Side retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave the bases loaded. Jim King comes to the plate. For the season he's hitting .233. With no home runs and 2 runs batted in. Here's Pappas throwing. King swings. 2 hopper to third. Robinson reels it in. And throws to first for the out. King is retired 5-3. At the plate is Retzer. The next pitch from Pappas. Swung on. Hard shot on the ground. Toward second. Temple has it. The throw to first. And Retzer is retired. O'Connell steps in the box. The outfield is shallow for O'Connell. Into the windup. Pappas delivers. O'Connell swings. Hit on a line. Down the line toward short right. In pursuit is Herzog. It's a base hit for O'Connell. Rolling to the corner. Thinking to O'Connell. Herzog gathers it in. The throw goes to second. O'Connell slides. And he's safe. Reaching with a double is O'Connell. Here's Ed Brinkman. The pitch. Brinkman swings. Pops straight up. On the infield. On the move Triandos. And he has it. That retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on. No score, Senators and Orioles. Here's Jackie Brandt. Hannon studies the sign. Nods. The windup and the pitch. Brandt swings. Broken bat roller to the left side. Brinkman comes in. Makes the pickup. But he'll just eat it? No throw. Brandt reaches with an infield hit. Settling into the box is Johnny Temple. Jim Gentile waits on deck. Hannon has the sign from Retzer. The stretch and the pitch. Brandt is on his way to second. He's bunting. Over toward first. In to grab it Hinton. He shovels it to first where Hannon covers. And the batter Temple is out. Brandt goes to second. Runner on second with one out. Hannon leans in for the sign. Sets and deals. Brandt is going for third. Low, ball one. The throw to third. Brandt is safe. Johnson argues the call. Brandt with his first stolen base this season. The hitter is Jim Gentile. The count is 1-2 on Gentile. Hannon toes the rubber. Has the sign. And now from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on. In the air to center. Pearsall backpedals a bit. And picks it off for the out. Tagging up at third is Brandt. A strong throw toward home. Brandt slides. And he's safe. The batter is Boog Powell. There's two out. 3-2 is the count. Hannon is ready to go. The wind-up and the delivery. Swung on. Big hopper hit right to Brinkman. He has it. And easily takes care of Powell. That's the inning. The Orioles pick up a run. The Orioles have pulled ahead 1-0. Here's Hannon. 0-2 pitch coming. Strike 3 called with a slider. The hitter will be Jim Pearsall. He's 0 for 1 in this contest. The pitch. Swung on. Here's a grounder. Over toward first. Fielded by Gentile. He goes right to the base with it. And Pearsall is out. Johnson is the hitter. Down on strikes his last at-bat. There's 2 down. 2 to the count. From the wind-up. Here's the pitch. Johnson swings. Tapper to Robinson at third. He gloves it. And throws to Gentile for the out. Side retired. The Senators go 1-2-3. The score is 1-0 Orioles over the Senators. Brooks Robinson the batter. Retired on a pop out to the second baseman. In the second inning. The wind-up. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball right to Johnson. And he fires a strike to first for the out. Up to bat Whitey Herzog. He's 0 for 0. The pitch. Swung on. Hard ground ball. Left side. Brinkman there to scoop it up. The throw to first. In time to retire Herzog. Here's Gus Triandos. He got a base hit to left center in the second inning. Hannon starts his motion. The offering. Swung on. Nice and easy grounder to O'Connell. No rush. He knows he has the arm to get him. And Triandos is an easy out. That's the inning. The Orioles go down in order. The score is still 1-0 Orioles over the Senators. Woodling digs in. Gene at the plate is 1-for-1. The pitch. Woodling swings. Hit well. Out toward deep left field. Powell in pursuit. But it leaves the yard. That ball kept carrying for Woodling. This game is all tied up. Courtesy of a solo blast by Gene Woodling. The measurement on that home run, 386 feet. Washington has tied it 1-1. Here's Chuck Hinton. Pappas checks the sign. Winds and delivers the pitch. Swung on. Ground ball. Past the mound up the middle. Temple fields it. The throw to Gentile. And he's out. Here's Jim King. In the second inning he grounded out to Robinson. The count is 3-0. Pappas winds and fires. Fastball low and inside, ball 4. Here's Retzer. The pitch from Pappas. Swung on. Soft fly ball. Into short left center. Powell on the run. Brandt closing in on it as well. But Powell says it's his. And reaching up he grabs it. Here's Danny O'Connell. He doubled off Pappas in the second. From the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. O'Connell swings. A line drive. To shallow center. It drops in for a hit. King goes to second. Heading for third. King. Brandt hums it all the way to third. King is caught between bases. Robinson throws to Temple. Back to Hansen at third. But not in time to get the runner. King made a mad dash for third. And beat the throw with a great hook slide.
That second baseman looked like he was facing towards right field and threw it behind him. That's one of the new things this year. Runners can get caught in a rundown. This is the first time I've seen anyone be safe. I like that. But he threw behind his back. Like he throws this way and the ball goes that way. Come on, folks. Picky, picky, picky.
Ed Brinkman is at the plate. Pappas with the delivery. Swung on. Slow ground ball. Toward the hill. Pappas over to pick it up. The throw over to first. And Brinkman is out. That ends the bottom of the fourth. The Senators pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on. The Senators manage to tie the score at 1. Here's Ron Hansen. He was struck out by Hannon his last time up. 2-1 offering to Hansen. Hansen swings. A tapper. Off the mound comes Hannon to field it. And he throws Hansen out. The batter will be Milt Pappas. He struck out his last at-bat. The pitch is on its way. Swung on. Grounded hard. Toward second base. Brinkman digs it out. The throw to first. And that retires Pappas. Here's Brandt. So far he's singled and scored a run. Bases empty, 2 out. Hannon looks in at Redzer. He gets a sign he likes. Winds up and fires. Swung on. Hit sharply between first and second. And it finds right field. Brandt rounds first. But pulls up now. The pitch. The swing. Fly ball to center. Falling fast. For a base hit. Pearsall comes in on it. And it rolls right under his glove. Johnny Temple ends up at second base. Brandt goes to third base. Jim Gentile steps in to face Hannon. At bat in the third. He flied out to Pearsall in right center field. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Well hit. Out toward deep center. Pearsall is on the move. The ball hits off the wall. Coming in to score is Brandt. Temple crosses the plate. Pearsall with the ball. The peg to second. Gentile with the slide. And he's safe. Gentile has a double. It's a 2-run double by Gentile. Washington falls behind Baltimore 3-1. Here's Boog Powell. Last time up he bounced out to Brinkman. The pitch. Swung on. Ground ball. To the first base side. Hinton fields it. He'll go to the base with it. And he's out. That retires the side. 2 runs on 3 base hits, 1 error. A runner left on. The Orioles now in front of Washington 3-1. Jim Hannon digs in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. The pitch. Strike 3. Hannon thought it was a bit outside. Pearsall hitting. He's hitless. Pappas ready. He brings it. Pearsall swings. Struck hard. Down the line toward deep right field. This one's gone if it stays fair. It ricochets off the foul pole. Fair ball. Jim Pearsall launches a solo home run. 352 feet on that home run. Baltimore still has the lead 3-2. Batting is Johnson. The count is 3-0. Pappas winds and fires. Ball 4, a slider. Woodling the hitter. Back in the 4th inning. With the bases empty. He came up with a solo home run. 1 on, 1 out. Out of the stretch. Pappas brings it home. Woodling swings. Bouncer to the left side. Fielding it is Hanson. Feeds it to second for 1. Strong throw to first. And Woodling is retired. Double play. Side retired. The Senators pick up a run. The Senators pull closer. The score is now 3-2. The batter is Robinson. Last at bat he grounded out, third to first. The 3-2 pitch. Robinson swings. Hit hard in the air. Down the line to deep right. King gives chase. The ball drops in and bounces to the fence. Robinson steps on second and keeps going. King picks the ball up. Here's the throw to third. Robinson goes in hard. And he's safe. It's a triple for Robinson. At the plate is Herzog. Back in the fourth he grounded out to Brinkman. The pitch home. The swing. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it'll reach right field. Herzog rounds first. But slams on the brakes. Robinson scores. Herzog with an RBI single. Baltimore now leads it, 4-2. The right-hander gets the sign. Delivers. Swung on. A line drive. Out to deep center field. Pearsall on the move. But it's out of reach. The ball caroms off the wall. To third goes Herzog. Pearsall plays the ball back in. As Triandos pulls into second with a double. Hansen up there. Hansen will get a free pass with first base open. The batter is Pappas. He's 0 for 2. After grounding out to Brinkman in the fifth. Hannon looks in. And gets the sign. Sets. And fires the 2-2 pitch. Pappas swings. Grounded up the middle. And past the drawn-in infield for a base hit. Scoring is Herzog. Triandos hustles to third. Hansen advances to second. Triandos is around third and going home. The throw toward home. Triandos goes in head first. Pearsall is off target with the throw. Triandos is in safely. On his way to third Hansen. Pappas takes second. Pappas brings home 2 with a single. Baltimore extends their lead to 6-2. Substitution. Now pitching for Washington left-hander Steve Hamilton. Here's the center fielder Jackie Brandt. He's picked up a pair of singles. The count is 1-2 on Brandt. Hamilton toes the rubber. Has the sign. And now from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Looped. On the infield, right side. O'Connell gets under it. And he makes the grab. Up now Johnny Temple. He singled and also scored a run. Hamilton has the sign. The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Temple swung through it, strike 3. Coming to the plate is Jim Gentile. With his 5th inning double. He put his team in front of the Senators 3-1. Hamilton has the sign from Redzer. Comes home. Gentile swings and misses, strike 3. Hamilton slipped a knuckleball by him. The side is retired. The Orioles score 3 runs on 4 hits and leave 2. Baltimore now leading it, 6-2. Hinton steps in. His full focus on Pappas. Chuck in the game is 0 for 2. Pappas gets the sign. Kicks. And pitches. Swung on. Line drive. Toward short left. Powell on the run. And he has it. Jim King the batter. Pappas winds up. And throws the 2-2 pitch. King swings. Hard ground ball. Up the middle. And it's into center field. King makes the turn at first. But holds on right there. Retzer digs in. Washington has a runner on first. And there's one out. Pappas from the stretch. The pitch. Running is King. Retzer with a swing. Long drive. To deep left. Long run for Powell. At the track. But it's a home run. Retzer delivers for the Senators. For Ken Retzer, that homers his first this season. That long ball measured 399 feet. 6-4 the score, the Orioles still on top. O'Connell is up. The 1-0 pitch. The swing. Soft fly ball. To right field. On the move Herzog. And he reaches up to snag it. Brinkman settles in. Hit a ground ball to the pitcher in the fourth. Pappas rocks and delivers. Brinkman swings. Popped up to right. And Herzog lopes over to make an easy backhanded grab. And that's the inning. Washington scores 2 runs on 2 hits. One of the hits a home run. The Senators now trail the Orioles, 6-4. At bat is Powell. The 1-0 pitch. Powell swings. Slow grounder toward first. Hinton scoops it up. And steps on the bag. Robinson at bat. He tripled in the 6th. His 1 hit in 3 at-bats. The count is full. From the wind-up. Hamilton deals. The swing. Ground ball to the shortstop Brinkman. He's up with it. And the throw will retire Robinson. Herzog at bat. The 2-1 delivery to him. Herzog swings. Hit in the air. Into deep center. Pearsall after it. And he reels it in. Side retired. Baltimore goes in order. Baltimore up, 6-4. 7th inning stretch time. Substitution. Here's Dale Long. He is 1 for 6.167, as a pinch hitter. Pappas into the windup. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Long swings. Skidded along the ground toward first. Gentile fields it cleanly. And tosses over to Pappas for the out. Pearsall coming to the plate. Back in the 5th inning. He hit a solo home run. Which makes him 1 for 3. The 2-2 pitch, here it is. Swing and a miss. He got Pearsall swinging. The batter is Bob Johnson. Last at bat he walked. The count is 1-0. The wind-up, the pitch. Johnson swings. Ripped. Down the line to short left. Powell gives chase. He extends. But he can't get to it. It's a base hit for Johnson. Ticketed to the corner. Bob is past first. Powell gathers it in. The throw to second. Johnson slides in hard. And the throw is late. It'll be a double for Johnson. Here's Gene Woodling. Struck out in the fifth. Overall, 2 for 3 with 1 run batted in. The Senators have a runner on second and 2 out. Pappas from the set. Here's the pitch. Woodling swings. Hit on a line. Out to short right field. Herzog is on the move. And he has it. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on base. The score is unchanged, 6-4 Orioles. Substitution. Now pitching for Washington left-hander Pete Burnside. Stepping in is Gus Triandos. His 6th inning double made him 2 for 3. Full count. Burnside delivers. Fastball low, ball 4. Here's Ron Hansen. The pitch. Got him swinging with a fastball. From the stretch. The pitch. Triandos is on his way to second. Pappas with a bunt. Left side. Fielding it is Burnside. To Brinkman for 1. The throw to first. And he's out. Burnside pounced on that ball. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 walk. Nobody left on. Baltimore on top of Washington, 6-4. The side's retired. Just a walk for Baltimore. The score is still 6-4 Orioles over the Senators. The batter Chuck Hinton. The 1-0 pitch. Hinton swings. Line drive. Toward first. Gentile is there. And he snares it. Here's Jim King. So far in this one, 1 for 2. The count is full. Pappas leans in. And checks the sign. Starts his wind-up. And here's the pitch. Swing by King. Routine ground ball toward short. Hansen scoops it up. The throw to Gentile is in plenty of time. The batter up is Ken Retzer. He homered off Pappas in the 6th. The pitch. Retzer swings at it. Little pop fly. On the infield. After it is Robinson. And he has it. That ends the bottom of the 8th. Down in order goes Washington. Orioles in front of the Senators, 6-4. The center fielder Brand steps in. 2 for 4 at the plate with 2 singles. Retzer puts down the sign. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Brand is kicking himself for chasing a bad pitch. The hitter is Temple. Jim Gentile waits on deck. Burnside checks the sign. Winds and fires. Swung on. Hit sharply. To the right side of the diamond. O'Connell up with it. The throw to Hinton. And Temple is retired. Gentile at bat. Here's the wind-up. And the 1-1 pitch. The swing. Lifted in the air. To right. After it King. And he reaches out to catch it. That retires the side. Down in order goes Baltimore. The score remains the same, 6-4 Baltimore. O'Connell up to bat. The offering from Pappas. O'Connell swings. Fly ball. Out into deep center. Going after it is Brandt. And he reaches to make the catch. Substitution. Here's Harry Bright. 0 for 0 as a pinch hitter. Pappas into his motion. Throws. Swung on. Fly ball. Into left. Williams hustling. And he brings it in. Substitution. Here's Willie Tasby. He's 1 for 4 pinch hitting. Nobody on, 2 down. The wind-up, the pitch. Swung on. Hit on the ground. To the right side. Handled by Temple. The throw to Gentile. It's high. But Gentile yanks it down. And Tasby is out. That's the ball game. Baltimore defeats Washington, 6-4, at District of Columbia Stadium.
Okay, 6-4 Baltimore. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a minute. Don't you dare go away. I know it wasn't quite the same without me doing my play-by-play and color commentary, etc., but I just wanted to do that so maybe the game would play a little more smoothly. All right, Baltimore gets their fourth victory of the 1962 season. They defeat the Washington Senators. Baltimore 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Washington 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Time of your ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes in front of 11,735 fans. 51 degrees in DC. Now, a very short, or I should say, very small number of games, not short, small number of games just in the American League. Yeah, I can talk. Oof. The White Sox over the Kansas City A's. Yes, it's the Kansas City Athletics. Yes. 4-0. 6-hit shutout. Kansas City now 2-8. And the Los Angeles Angels, who I guess did play at Dodger Stadium at one time, they get the victory over the Minnesota Twins 8-2. Now I am doing just for fun the New York Mets season. I'll show you here quickly. There's my team. Elio Chasen, Frank Thomas. Not that Frank Thomas of the 80s and 90s, I don't think, or the aughts. Richie Ashburn, Felix Mantilla, Gus Bell, Gil Hodges, um, Hobby Landreth, I think that's how it's pronounced, and Charlie Neal. So, yes, we are currently 3-7, 5.5 games back of the red hot, boy, I can't talk, St. Louis Cardinals. I'm suffering from neuralgia, which is like knitting needles going into my neck. So if I do this, you'll know why. And yes, they're just telling me about my next opponent. Okay, that's good. Save. Yes. Back up. Yes. And exits. All right. I hope you enjoyed that game. And let me know if you want to see some of the 1962 Mets season, if that interests you. Or let me know what your thoughts on this video are. Really? Ooh, grammar for the win. Let me know what your thoughts are. Grammar for the win. Yay. Anyway, I'm gonna take my computer, go downstairs to the community room where I can pick up some very good internet from the office and put this up on the channel. So without further ado, I've taken this week off from the cafe, so I'll be around and making videos. You guys have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, take care, and as always, I'll be seeing you.